My name is Isabel Escalante, and today for my informative speech, I'm discussing cerebral palsy. The three main topics that I'll be discussing will be the symptoms and signs, the causes and treatments, and my own personal experience with cerebral palsy through my sister Anna Maria. 2 out of every 1,000 cases occur in the U.S. 2 out of every 1,000 children that are born have cerebral palsy, and over 500,000 people in the U.S. have cerebral palsy today. That just kind of shows how common it can be for somebody to have this disease. According to healthline.com, cerebral palsy is defined as a group of disorders that affect muscle movement and brain development. Cerebral is defined as having to do with the brain, and palsy is defined as a weakness or a disruption in body or brain development. Some of the different symptoms can be delays in reaching motor skills or milestones. There can be variations in different muscle tones, delayed speech, different things like that can kind of be some of the early signs of cerebral palsy. And one of the some of the other signs are neurological disorders such as seizures, blindness, and other different brain activity that is not normal. All medical professionals recommend that if you start to see these early signs, to bring your children in as soon as you can, to start early treatments and other therapies to kind of combat some of these different things that can come up. Along with the symptoms and signs that I researched, there were a lot of treatments as well as causes that can cause cerebral palsy. According to mayoclinic.org, some of the factors that can cause cerebral palsy are gene mutations, maternal infections, traumatic brain injury, lack of oxygen during birth, and infections that the child develops in utero. And some of the ways that medical professionals are able to combat, that they're able to find these different brain abnormalities is brain imaging technology such as MRIs and cranial ultrasounds. These tools help them in order to find the spots of brain damage and prescribe the correct treatments or medications that will help. According to neoreviews.aapublications.org, I found one of a journal entry that was published that suggests different treatments in order to help children with cerebral palsy. One of the main important things that they suggested was to have a great support system for the child as well as the family of people that are affected with cerebral palsy, and to have many medical professionals that are able to deal with the different aspects that cerebral palsy presents. Different things such as a physical therapist, an occupational therapist, a neurologist to deal with the brain disorders, and pediatricians and special education teachers help to combat with that. Some of the different medications that children with cerebral palsy have to take are medications that combat seizures, muscle relaxants to help with rigid muscles, and some of the other and sleeping pills also, because a lot of the kids have trouble sleeping. They have trouble walking and getting to and from places. They also have issues with spastic brain activity that cause different things like that. That's why they have to take those medications. One of the things I've experienced firsthand with as having a sister that has cerebral palsy is my sister Anna Maria. She contracted cytomegalovirus in utero, and that is what caused her to develop cerebral palsy. She was not reaching her milestones, and my dad had to take her in, and that's when we discovered she had that. And so she takes a lot of those same medications for seizure activity and different things like that. That's just kind of one of my personal experiences. As my visual aid, I do have a picture of my sister, which is one of my true dear to my heart. And I also have some of the symptoms and causes of cerebral palsy. This is where I got the 500,000 people in the U.S. do have cerebral palsy, and some of the different treatments such as therapies, special education teachers, and other things like that.